Hello and welcome to We Got a Podcast, a podcast about Dragon Ball from A to Z, from Earth to Namek to Sadala. We cover it all. My name is Randy.
And once I get hit by a technique once, I'll never get hit by it again, Doug.
And I'm neither Randy or Doug. I'm Ken.
Whoa, you guys came with good ones. We're the world's strongest under the heavens trio to dangers here every other week to talk your ear off about fights, goofs, and everything else in the Dragon Ball cosmos. Douglas, tell me how you're doing, my dude.
Dude, I'm doing great. Today was a snow day, but because of that, I wasn't able to get my figures that were delivered today all at once because I have them all delivered at work. I'm just hoping someone's there to pick them up because I got some good stuff. I want to show you guys what I got, but I'd rather, instead of tell you, I'll just show you. But it would have been good for this episode particularly, but no, it's not another Yi Shenlong, Ken.
Hey.
But yeah, no, it's been good. I had a nice little long weekend because of it. I got to play some Guardians of the Galaxy, which is pretty fun. I only played a little bit, but yeah, I see the appeal. It was free on Epic Games Store, so I played that. Watched Steins Gate all the way through for the first time. Have you guys ever seen that show? Ever heard of it?
It's on my list.
With like a semicolon in there for some reason?
Yeah, I think it's called like the Semicolon series or whatever. I watched it because like someone online I watched recommended it. Or it was like on the top. It's like one of the top anime on myfavoriteanimelist.com or whatever that site is. So fuck that, because that show fucking sucks. It's about time travel, and it's like the main protagonist is a mad scientist. He's just like an 18-year-old that like is all focused on time travel, making it happen. But then once it does happen, he doesn't know the basic principles of it. Like, wait, I can go back and we're out of time. I don't know what to do. And you're just yelling at the screen. You have a fucking time, that kind of shit. So it's really it was an annoying show. But everyone seems to have nostalgia for it because it's from like 2011. But,
our apologies to the Steins Gate community.
Come at me.
Yes.
Doug's views are not representative of the show.
Nostalgia is all you got. I love time travel shit, and this one was just like boring. But yeah.
Ken, how about you? Do you have nicer things to say about Steins Gate?
I know nothing about Steins Gate. I don't know. It looks like generic anime every time I've looked at it, so I don't know what I care to say about it. I've switched over to the manga for Sorcery Fight, and I'm now within like 50 chapters of catching up. I've been blowing through it, dude. If you've been watching the anime, you need to not wait for season 3 because it gets so hype right away. Yeah, and just switch over to the manga. You can start at volume 16. That will take you like through the last bit of where the anime covered. So it kind of helps ease you into the difference in storytelling, and then switch straight into the manga. And the manga just boom. It's like Bleach in a lot of ways, where when I was reading Bleach, it's a 2D page, but it felt animated. Just the way that
good artist.
Kubo's action, and it's tight Kubo. Did you know that? Not Tite Kubo?
Not Tite?
Yes.
Okay.
Tights Kubo takes you through
Kubo?
it. From panel to panel to panel to page to page to page, and you feel like it's animated. It's incredible, and I get the same kind of feeling from Sorcery Fight.
I think I might enjoy it more if I do read the manga, because like right now, I'm a dummy head, so it's like watching the anime. If I miss a subtitle, I'm like done. Like, what's happening? What dimension are we in? The kind of stuff. So I think reading in manga form might be my way to go.
Yeah, it's great. As far as video games go, I picked Yakuza Gaiden back up just a little bit to kind of mess around with it. While I'm waiting for Yakuza 8 to come out, the Kiryu game. I say that like there's not 7 other Kiryu games out there, but
the samurai one, right?
No, the new one that takes place.
The man who erased his name.
It takes place alongside Yakuza 7.
Why is Ken calling it Gaiden?
Because it's called Like a Dragon Gaiden. The man who erased his name.
Oh, okay.
But I've been with the series long enough to not know it as Like a Dragon instead of like Yakuza.
Right. I'm still on Yakuza 0.
I'm considering platinuming it, but for those of you who have played Yakuza 0, you know that in the like hostess dating stuff where you go through with Majima and you date them, you're talking to the CG models, not actual women. Yeah. But in this Kiryu Gaiden game, it's FMV footage, which makes it just like a whole level cringier to me.
Yeah.
And to platinum the game, I have to date all of them.
You have to watch all their FMVs.
And I really don't want to do that, so I'm so close. Like, that's really all I have to do that stands in my way of platinuming that game.
And, poor Ken, I had to date hot women. Oh.
I don't know. It's weird. But
I'm a married man.
By the time this comes out, this will be coming out 2 days before Yakuza 8 comes out. So I'll see you guys later. You'll never hear from me again because by the time I'm done with that, we'll be on the FF7 Rebirth, and then all three of us, you won't see any of us again. This podcast going on hiatus for 3 months.
If you want to talk about Final Fantasy 7, then we can boot up the podcast again. But besides that,
Randy, what have you been up to?
Oh man, I started that there Baldur's Gate 3.
nice.
I saw you playing it in Discord, and I said, well, I'm never seeing Randy again.
I'm trying not to let it take over my life. It's pretty good. I talked to other people, and apparently I'm pretty close to done with Act 1, so like that's cool.
I thought you said
Having
done
a
with the
good
game.
time.
I'm like, that's typical Randy.
Yeah, right.
No.
1 day in. Yeah, I put in 300 hours already. But
Yeah.
somehow.
I beat every
got
single
Magic.
Sonic game this week. Yeah.
Yeah. On top of that.
I'm glad that I have this reputation of
But you won't play
beating games.
fun games with your friends, you jerk. Play Lethal Company with us.
I like
Calling you out on the
single-player
podcast.
experiences. Well, here's the thing. It's early access, and
That doesn't mean anything. That literally don't let other games that are early access make you preconception of what this game is.
I don't know. I've seen y'all chat about it, and it's like, okay, install these mods so this thing works, and install this mod so this thing
Yeah,
works.
just
Like,
makes it funner. It's already a good game by itself, but it's just so we can play more players.
Randy,
There's nothing about early access.
I agree
that
with
makes it
you.
bad.
I'm not a fan of the early access community. I'm not a member of it.
Yeah.
Doug was threatening to cancel me if I didn't play this game, and in return
Whoa.
for me playing it, he will now read Super. So we'll get to that.
Yeah.
So you're welcome. I've been on this podcast 9-10 months now, and we're finally making some headway.
And guess what? Ken enjoys the fucking game, and we love playing
And it does. And I'm the kind of person who, if there is even the slightest bit of trouble to me having an experience, I won't do it. But
Okay.
it's almost like 3 clicks.
Well, if you guys played at a regular dang hour and aren't hitting me up at 10 p.m., like, nah, man, this is when I'm getting ready to go to bed.
You're drunk baking bread at 10 p.m. What are you talking about?
That was on a Friday night, my dude.
Hey, we're
Look.
playing.
Okay, well, it'll happen. Okay, and
Doug, he was making dark brunch.
oh yeah, I made bread earlier. Then I made dark brunch, which is drunk Randy making eggs and hash browns at like 11 p.m.
Perfect.
Yeah, so we were playing the game with Tyson, and then we messaged Randy. Hey, Randy, come play with us. And he's like, can't, man. I'm making dark brunch. And we're like, what is that?
And then he sends a selfie of him actually baking. Like, oh, okay, he was being literal.
I wasn't lying. I don't lie.
Some
That's the thing
evil
about me.
shit. But no, just dark brunch.
It's just dark brunch, man. Get on that train. Oh, gosh. Well, that's enough of that, guys. I think we got to do what we came here to do. And that is talking about some Dragon Ball GT, continuing a retrospective of Auspiciosity, or looking back on GT. Some say it might even be a review bordering on awesome. So we're going to catch you up.
But we are definitely not dissecting anything.
No.
I thought you say Kanzenshuu.
We wouldn't touch that. That's somebody else's thing, and they deserve our respect.
And whatever Scott's show is, we're not doing that either.
But Scott, come on the show and finish out GT with us.
Finish
watch
GT with
all
us.
64 episodes.
Yeah, come on with us for the final episode, and then start watching GT.
Yeah, it'll be good. It's a good way to do it, I think. So we're here. We're going to be talking about episodes 57 to 60. And if you're like, wait, I'm not even caught up on GT, well, don't worry. We got you covered. After a hectic year dealing with a multitude of machine mutants, 7 evil dragons have emerged from the negative energy, or minus energy, that has been building up in the Dragon Balls. Goku and Pan have left on a journey to defeat the evil dragons and restore the Dragon Balls. With 4 balls restored, can Goku claim victory over the Brothers of Fire and Ice, and maybe more?
Maybe more.
By our count, there should be at least one more.
So, like I said, these are episodes 57 to 60, aired from September 3rd, 1997 to October 22nd, 1997. There was a gap. Like, after the 3rd episode, they just had like a month gap before they're like, okay, and then here's the 4th
They
one.
need all that time to write such a great story.
That's, are you playing your hand early? Because we could do a temperature check. How do we feel about this chunk of 4 episodes? Doug, how do you feel?
This is a inexcusable, it's a indefensible story that I just witnessed these past 4 episodes. Just pure stupidity, pure hatred for what this all stands for. And yeah, I had a good time.
Ken, what can you say?
I'm kind of like where Doug is, that a lot of really stupid stuff happened, and I loved it all the way through.
You know what? I would agree with you there. Here's the thing. I went in this time not doing a Doug method. I went in and I'm like, I'm going to do an episode, then I'm going to take a break. Then I'm going to do an episode, then I'm going to take a break. Then I'm going to do an episode, take a break. And I did all 4 over the course of like 2 days. But I was just like, I'm not going to, rush through it. I'm just going to enjoy it. And you know what? That helped.
Yeah,
I like that.
Always does.
Yeah.
So I was almost gonna like just play the dummy and like because you guys are talking through our Discord channel and just like what are they counting up to? What is these 0, 1 out of 4 done? Because you don't say anything else. We just know what it means. But and then Ken starts counting up 2 out of 4 done. I'm like, what is happening? It's like, oh yeah, I need to watch GT. And like I can't get the message.
That's kind of nice secret language to be like, Doug, come on. You got to do your homework.
I need it. Literally, I would have forgotten if I didn't see that countdown that you first posted. Like, oh yeah, is that this week?
Those or the tweets we put out the day beforehand. I'm like, hey, we got episodes to watch.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah.
You only have to go through it one more time, Doug. Don't worry.
One more glorious time. Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
I like that way you're looking at it. It's going to be a glorious time. Well, that's
suck the life out of me. Yeah.
Okay, guys. So let's jump into it. I will take to tell you. That is good English.
It is.
Sometimes
Better than the Dragon Ball GT script. Yeah.
Language evolves, and Randy, you are more evolved than we are. So
really, what am I older? I don't
You are
understand.
the evolved, evolved.
I think you technically are the oldest of us 3, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, let's go for it with episode 57, Overwhelming Strength, the dragon that rules the evil dragons. A reinvigorated Goku takes on the chilly 3-star dragon, losing his eyesight in the process. Miraculously, Goku squeaks out a win thanks to being able to feel his enemy's ki and earns himself the 3-star Dragon Ball. The honorable 4-star dragon gives Goku medicine so he can be recovered when their fair fight resumes. But a mysterious new enemy cannot wait, firing a ki blast from the shadows that not only shatters the medicine bottle, but kills the 4-star dragon on the spot. Who is this new super incredible dragon?
Super incredible.
I tried to stay, in the spirit of this time, next time, next episode preview, whatever. And then also episode titles. They'll, movies will be like the super incredible guy, crap like that. So
yeah,
that's what I'm going for.
Did we establish, was it established in the previous episode why Goku like counts down to 5? Is there like some precious time or is he just arbitrarily like, I'm going to kill you in 5 seconds? It's the latter. They're nodding at me like, yes, like, yep. This is the most un-Gokuist, stupidest. Why? Ken, bring it home, baby.
No, I agree with you. I have never seen Goku written so out of character in my life across these 4 episodes that it was appalling what we see in this. He does a straight up, or is about to do a straight up execution on San Xinglong. There's another moment where he has like a secret, or he's going to do like a trick to win, which is not Goku. He plays everything up front. So Goku is written very strangely in these episodes.
Yeah. It's very dumb.
I would say for like the whole I'm going to beat you in 5 seconds thing is he's excited to get back to his real fight with the 4-star dragon. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to use the Chinese names or the Japanese names for these dragons because they're complicated and I'm just a dumb American.
Check this out.
And I can't wrap my head around it.
Yi, Liang, San, Si, Wu, Lu. No, I skipped one. No, I didn't. Chi. I did not skip one.
Dang, man, you got it down. I can never. You were determined to make us learn it this watch through, but there was just not enough episodes to go through to learn them all. You mean yourself, yeah, but not me and Randy.
Yeah. Doing the Who's That Dragon segment has definitely helped me.
I'm sure
True.
it has,
as well, yeah.
Here's the thing. I need to see it. I need to see it written. I can't just hear it. I can't think it.
Yeah,
I need to like always
subtitles
see
we
it
see, it's written out as just like 4-star Dragon Ball Dragon or whatever.
Right.
Man, but like what? Why does Goku need his eyes? It feels like you never needed his eyes. Ki is a thing that all the characters in Dragon Ball use to like, in combination, I guess, with their eyes to battle, right? And now it's like, oh, Goku's nothing without his eyesight. What's with that?
It's an interesting concept if you don't think about it too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't delve into it enough, but yeah.
it's confusing because if we just want to jump into this whole section on like sensing versus and being blind, is that when we started this adventure, they needed to go find the dragons, and it seemed like they couldn't sense their key, so they needed to get Giru and use the dragon radar to find the balls.
Was
but
that
now,
the case?
well, I assume, because otherwise, why was it like, oh, we gotta have the dragon radar? Because Goku just flies off, doesn't he? And then Pon's like, hey, guess what? I got Giru, so now we can find these things.
I mean, because when the 1-star dragon shows up, he's all about like, oh, I'm gonna throw this clock at you, and you can't sense it because it's not key, it's a clock.
Right.
That's kind of like
the only time it's used, I think. The only time they follow up with it as meaning something.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
I just think it's odd that they went, we need to have the dragon radar to find these guys. And they're like, nah, I can sense them. Like, okay, well, what's the point then?
So, San Xinglong sucks. I think he's my least favorite. I hate him.
Yeah.
He does suck.
And the whole thing with him holding Pon upside down, thank God her shirt defies gravity.
Oh, yeah. It was creepy enough, him rubbing his face against her.
Yeah.
It was like, it's just like supposed to make you hate this character. Like, oh, he's such a dirty player. I'm like,
Yes. I'm okay with being dirty as long as I win, you see.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
He does
had-
like a weird scream. Randy, I don't know if you have that scream that he did.
No, I got one soundbite and it ain't for this episode. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, and then I will never forget, this scene is what everyone downloaded when they had Kazaa or whatever back in the late 90s. Just like Goku Super Saiyan 4 kills this enemy, and like, so I had this 30-second clip of like him punching down on like with his eyes. Why Goku's eyes closed? And the dragon like saying, what does he say? He says "why" in Japanese, right? So it's like Suze, or I forget. I don't know Japanese. I'm sorry, but
Naze or something.
yeah, that's what it
like
is. Naze. Yeah.
We had answered a question that I had last time, which was all of the other dragons, we've seen the ball on their body. And for 3 and 4 star, nothing. Until randomly 3 is like, let me hold up my hand and turn it into a cannon, and now it's in the palm of my hand.
Oh, there it
Like,
is.
Okay.
So
Does that matter? No.
Someone didn't watch the video version of the podcast of last episode.
Oh, nope, I didn't.
Because
You got me.
You threw it in?
It is in when C is still in his red form. It's in his. She shows it in his hand,
Didn't catch that.
Oh.
and I included
Neither did
when we
I.
were talking about that. I included the screenshot over it, but
Okay.
Right.
Well, again, me not paying attention, but this time I caught it because I wasn't.
you caught it because it's more gross body horror from this.
That's true.
series.
It's very true.
So Goku breaks out of the ice on his own because it's the I don't fall for the same trick twice, which they're following up on. So it's it's like Super Saiyan 4 Ultra Instinct almost, is that his body learns it and can just react to it naturally.
Yeah, he puts up a key barrier without
Yeah, he
thinking
said he put
about
up a
it.
key barrier. Once I get hit with the technique once, I won't get hit by it again. I might probably put a key barrier around it.
He
what does
should
that
be
mean?
immune to all punches.
Yeah,
like
to everything now.
Doesn't make sense, and I don't like it. And it just makes each fight boring because it's like, okay, they're going to use their attack. He breaks free, and they're going to try it again, so he can just say, "Sorry, I already know that," and then beats the snot out of them, and it's annoying.
I thought it was novel that they followed up on that at all. As outlandish and ridiculous as this is,
Uh-huh.
it was nice to at least not have it have been a one-off. This is something that they're establishing with him.
It comes back.
And then they do it again in another episode. So
So
definitely,
they're consistent in the garbage that they've produced.
But this is like, it's just a Super Saiyan 4 thing, or is this like, this is just an innate thing you do in battles?
It's just he can do it all the time.
Well, that's even stupider though. If it was a Super Saiyan 4 thing, then yeah, but then okay, why couldn't he do this decades ago against other enemies? You know, like, oh, once I get hit by a Kamehameha once, I'm never gonna get hit by it again.
Right? You'd think.
It's just stupid. It just doesn't make any sense. It's just just laser focused on these last episodes is what the technique is brought up on.
this is where we get to Goku executing San Xinglong.
Yeah.
Bro, this is not you.
Yeah.
But I guess when he's Super Saiyan 4, he does lose a little bit of his rationality.
Of course, yeah, he loses rationale a little. Yeah, he's back to his
That's a
primal.
It's a little thing they dropped in that script, so that way they were like, we could just write this guy however we want.
Right.
It doesn't really matter.
What would happen if the dragon just gave him his ball? What would happen to the dragon? Right, because Goku has him like on his knees, and is like, give me a Dragon Ball. It's like, okay, but then tricks him last second. But what would happen?
We never
don't know.
see a dragon relinquish their ball and live. So
Right. So it's safe to say that he would. Maybe does Toyble have an answer for this, Ken? And it just goes back to the dragon realm or whatever?
In Victory Mission, we very briefly see Xinglong give the ball to Kagyu, but that is, I don't know what continuity rules that has.
I was kidding, but of course he has something in there.
So I think the idea is that they can live without the Dragon Ball in them.
Mm-hmm. But they would rather not, of course. What did the dragon even throw in Goku's eyes? Was it like salt or what?
No, you cut him.
Ice powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he grabbed like salt from the ground or something.
Pocket sand.
Pocket sand. That's what it looked like. And then he
was just gathering up ice from the ground or whatever. I really disliked how choppy the animation was of that big Shenlong wrapping around the city. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Guys, we are like 2 frames a second. Can we really?
It's such a beautiful shot, but it really just, they didn't want to go all out on it.
No.
I don't remember the music in the background being so chipper, too, like on my Kazaa 280p thing I had back then. But that could have just been me like too focused on how cool it looked to like, oh, this is just probably GT music or whatever. But I don't know.
It's a different use of Dragon Fist. Like all of a sudden, it can just warm everything back up. I guess that's a new power Goku has.
I didn't think about that. That always bothered me too. Where did he punch him? Because he punches a hole through his body, and then when he's dead on the ground and he executes him, it looks like he punches him right through the hole again. So it's like, is he just punching the hole and then causing fire to then blow everything up, or what?
Wanted to make sure he was extra dead.
Extra.
It's the double tap.
Goku loves fighting people who can't fight back, as we now know.
Oh my god.
The last 5-hour episodes, if there's anything you've taken away from this series, Goku loves kicking people.
Just blame it on Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah.
So when C gives Goku the medicine, I was looking away because I was writing a note, and I looked back up and I'm like, what's this medicine he gave him?
Yep.
And then the medicine gets like blown away, and it looks like the same bottle that the Super Holy Water was in.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Did that come over from the Dragon Realm, Doug? Where did he bring that from?
I was so mad. I'm like, oh, here's this plot device, healing liquid. And I was hoping maybe you would bring that back to the Dragon Realm Toy Bowl style with like, oh yeah, there's like a fountain of like healing, and healing is a thing in their realm or whatever, so he just has it on him. But it's just so stupid. I was so ready for him to be like, here's eye cream that I carry with me. Here Goku, here's eye cream. Take this, it'll heal you right up.
For dry, red eyes.
That's basically what it is, right?
UCI.
He just happens to have some medicine. The evil dragon happens to have evil or good medicine on him. He's like, here, Goku, take this.
My brother is a dick. I always carry this around with me because he loves blinding.
It's just generic healing fluid. It's just fucking Pepto-Bismol. Here, take this. Put on your eyes.
Well, Doug, you don't have to worry about it because he's dead.
He's dead, and of course the dragon out of nowhere does the cell where he just from the shadows, death beams the bottle and him at the same time.
I like
guys. Yeah, he's here, the sexiest of all the dragons. Just wanted to say it.
Oh, is that what he's known for?
To me, he is.
Nice.
Yi Xinglong. It's got a nice name. I like it. It's the most fun name to say, I think.
It's the easiest.
Yi Xinglong. It just flows.
Yi Xinglong.
No.
I didn't know he was voiced by the third Hokage. Is that the same? That's the same voice actor, right?
Oh, really?
You guys watch Naruto?
Mm-hmm. I don't know off the top of my head. I'd have to check.
Oh, okay. Maybe I watch more Naruto than you guys do because that voice is definitely him.
I watched a good chunk. I watched up through the first arc of Shippuden, and I was like, screw this. I'm just going to read the manga.
All right. It's a segment we call Dub Talk. I really love the Naruto dub.
Okay.
Oh. I think Male Flanagan is like, you found the perfect one-to-one of a female actress playing a young boy character that works so well in Japanese media.
Yeah.
And you found someone who could do it just as well. And I think the voice quality that she has is on par with the Japanese actor.
Wow.
And she's incredible as not just as Naruto when he's young, Naruto when he grows up through the series, and then when he becomes, spoiler alert, Hokage and is in Boruto. She just can nail his voice at any range.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Male Flanagan.
So it's not
we
just
got
Japanese
a podcast
thing, guys. Yeah. I didn't watch too much of the dub to make an opinion on that, but from what I have heard, what you said is right. I stand by that.
She is a better Naruto than Sean Schemmel is a Goku, than Colleen Clinkenbeard is a Luffy. Whoa. And I know you might be saying, well, Ken, that's not saying a whole lot. But
that's what I was saying in my head, but I wasn't going to say it out loud.
I mean it 1,000-fold.
And that's it's just how good she is, not like to diminish them, just how good she is.
Yeah, in her own right and on par with the Japanese as well.
Yeah.
So we jump in straight into just, this fight is not ending. We've got a new dude here, and he's going to do his thing. Goku's still blind. The next note I have is like, Goku gets a surprise attack by hiding behind a runaway roller coaster. Even though it was clear the One-Star Dragon knew he was behind there, he's like, well, there's a roller coaster. I'll blow that up then. And he's like, surprise!
He still got this jump on him.
There's so much hidden stuff in this episode. Not just Goku hiding behind something, but all the action happening in a cloud that we can't see inside. Because I think these teams weren't interested in animating any more of this. They were like, let's just a bunch of clouds are moving, and you can infer that the action is happening in there.
Can you imagine Goku like getting in a roller coaster and just hiding behind it, like just hiding underneath of it? And surprise!
Oh my god! And then the part where he's running on the tracks,
yes, yeah,
making a sound like he was fighting someone. As he's running.
Did you guys get the vibe that this felt a lot more like Kid Goku and Adult Goku's body?
That was very strange to me. I was like, this feels like we're trying to do Kid Goku.
That cemented
here.
it for me. I think there were other moments, but that really cemented he's like just childish and like running away like it doesn't feel very Super Saiyan 4, I guess, because maybe that's the point of the show is trying to come across, is that he's so outclassed that he's just like a kid or whatever compared to this guy.
He's lost a sense of rationality. So
Super Saiyan 4 has evolved a lot. Like when we first introduced like
rationality,
super stoic, doesn't really say a lot, and now he's
doesn't have
throwing
to.
stuff out like, I'll beat you in 10 seconds. Nah, 5, and he's like full of poses. Like, what are you doing, man?
Remember we talked about this when Super Saiyan 4 first shows up, and Goku is like, well, what's happened to me now? And then now he's just like, it's just Goku.
Just Goku.
Well, it's Goku parentheses, because he's still doing a lot of extremely out of character stuff.
GT Goku.
Kmart brand Goku is what's happening here.
Toriyama's non-involvement Goku.
Goku does a sneak attack 10 times Kamehameha, in that he stands there, waits for him to walk away, and then starts screaming the attack before shooting it.
He's like, not now, I gotta wait. Now! Hey! Kame! He's not on me yet. He's turning around so slow. Hame! Alright, man, come on, man.
And then Yishimon
what happens?
No sells it.
Yeah, nothing. It's like, what happened, Goku? Did you like mess the dials up and only 9 times Kamehameha? What the fuck is wrong? So stupid.
The way you are now, you couldn't even do a 2 times Kamehameha.
2 times Kamehameha.
And then, go ahead.
Well, he just fires one. Clearly what is a 10 times Kamehameha back at Goku. The bending variety like Kuririn could do and stuff.
Yeah.
Is that skeleton pirate from something? Because it looks extremely familiar.
Yeah, so it's the Treasure Island Toei cat thing.
But a skeleton instead of a cat?
The
but a
Toei
skeleton
cat is Puss in
the
Boots.
Yeah.
That's Puss in Boots is the same costume?
I believe that there's a Treasure Island movie starring the same cat.
A thing with a sword and a hat on that's a skeleton. It's not just that.
Pretty sure.
I mean, I get the nod if it is a nod to Toei, but it seems kind of grim to make it a skeleton.
Hey man, speaking of grim, Pon's scream at the end of this episode.
Oh my god!
Yeah. When Goku's hung up by his pants, I don't know why they're not ripping off and him falling down. The pants are defying laws of physics by keeping Goku up there, suspended in air. But yeah.
You know what? You're right. I'm looking at it. That is just regular Puss in Boots with a hat. That's not the pirate one.
It just is guttural though. Like I'm listening to it now too.
It's rough. It's a loud, hard scream.
Goku's not even like dead or anything. he's
hanging there.
If he's still in Super Saiyan 4, he's still got energy. Like if he's a kid again, then watch out. It's just but.
Well, we'll see what happens at the very beginning of the next episode.
That wraps up this episode, right?
We ready to talk about episode 58?
I think we are. Ken, why don't you take it away?
The counterattack begins. Surpass Super Saiyan 4. Goku is quickly and soundly defeated by the one-star dragon. Just as all hope is lost, Goku's friends and family come on the scene to make their stand against this terrifying tyrant. Despite their best efforts, not even Oob can touch the one-star dragon, though the Saiyans have a new strategy. Give Goku their Saya power so he can surpass Super Saiyan 4. Can this new full-powered form fend off the furious fervor of the one-star dragon? Well done, Randy, first of all.
Thank you.
Very well
Thank you.
I didn't pre-screen these this time. That's
You're just reading it for the first time now.
Yeah, and he did great. Other than I forgot an S, but he filled it in, so that was good.
I thought you were calling him like a furry at the end there. Can he handle this furry?
I mean, they come in all shapes, sizes, and forms.
We do come back to the New York City architecture later, but where we are here at this carnival area is extremely Toriyama,
LA?
West City. Yeah. No, I guess that is a Western city, Doug, but West City style metro area.
Yeah.
It's true.
With
It's
big
very
buildings
strange.
and everything. So yeah, Goku reverts back to child form.
Yeah. And
dangling.
we talked about Pawn, her shirt not dangling. Goku's clothes obey the laws of physics. You know.
No, they don't. They do?
Well, here they do. Yeah, his like the bottom part that goes under his belt is flipped up when he's upside down.
Oh. But I'm talking about how his pants are hanging through that little bar, but his pants don't rip or anything like that. They're just kind of stay there. They just kind of stay there.
They're stiff. They're made
Yeah,
of the
they're
same
very
plastic
stiff,
that
yeah.
the figures are.
Sure, yeah.
So, powered down, one-star dragon picks him up, says some stuff, and then just drops him. With my favorite,
Good boy.
Okay, yeah,
So
that's a good
oh
sound
my
clip to add.
God.
I wrote that down too. It's like, why is he not saying? Why that in English?
Good boy. I thought it was weird when earlier they like show a part of the building Goku's hanging along. When it breaks down, it falls on top of the pirate with the sword or whatever.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
That's really weird to significantly show that it's falling on it. But then it shows later that then the dragon drops Goku on there with the intent of dropping him on that sword. I'm like, oh, cool. I like that.
and he's gonna die. Except not, because who
Except-
shows up? Goten! Heck yes.
Our boy.
Yeah. Thank you, Goten, for blasting that and grabbing him so that you have character. Oh, no, it was Oob in the distance that blasted the sword. You couldn't let Goten
Yep.
have a moment. It's just, okay.
Well, it's pink.
They're
Doug.
all
You
sharing
can't-
it.
Yeah.
Only Oob has pink. Yeah, you're right. How could I be so
It's true.
hopeful?
So Gohan is here too,
And Trunks.
but Gohan, as he makes very clear right away, no intent to fight.
What?
Yet he's in his gi.
Oh,
Yeah.
He says
I got
that. He's
dressed. But I'm not.
This is the complete opposite of Resurrection F, where Resurrection F does it so well that, like, hey, this is the only clothes I have. I have a tracksuit, but I'm going to go
Yeah.
fight. I'm going to go wear this. This is like, he hasn't had a gi on with the Piccolo symbol, right? Is that the, when he was under Piccolo? Like, no, what is that symbol? Is that the Go symbol?
So here, let's talk about Gohan's costume here.
Yeah,
Yes,
let's
please.
do it.
Here he is wearing a suit that we see for the first time, a suit combination, but we will see through almost the entirety of Super. This is the waistband Go symbol combination that Goku wears only in Dragon Ball Super. And we see it first here on Gohan. So in Z, Gohan was wearing the Ma-gi when he was a kid, the one that Piccolo gave him with
The
his
Demon
symbol
Clan,
on it,
yeah.
the Demon Clan symbol. And then, of course, later he wore the weird toad color thing that Kibito gives him.
Oh,
That doesn't have any sort of insignias on it.
And then
Right.
in the future timeline, and I almost feel like this has the content to be a Senpai question, but in the future timeline, he had a costume that had the Han kanji on it.
oh.
So this is the first time we see him with the Go
yeah.
kanji, which Goku did wear previously on Namek, but at that
with
point he had the
the-
belt.
with
the
the
tie belt.
with the straps
Right.
coming down. Yeah,
But this is the first time with the waistband, and then of course
this
Goku
combination.
will wear that through almost the entirety of Super.
Yeah, he wears it well, but it that's what I was trying to get at. It was that this costume had to have been made. This
Yep,
he
right.
had to have had a gi. He had to have had that go. Well, I mean, maybe maybe I like it better. I just thought of it now. He went to go to his dad's house and got one of his gis. He was in a Super, right? So maybe he just has this lying around, and he's just like, I need to put something on. Otherwise, you know what I mean? How Resurrection F handled it so well. He's got a tracksuit. That's the best he's got.
Yeah.
But he's here. This one, it's like, oh, I have to have a suit specifically for this moment, and now I'm here with it. It doesn't make any sense at all.
He says that we're not even here to fight.
That on top of that, yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm not here to fight, but I got this gi.
Doug, I don't want to sing Resurrection F's praises here, but you are comparing the writing of that movie to an episode of GT.
Do you know how bad GT has to be for me to do that? pretty fucking bad.
So Satan, Videl, and Chi-Chi are all here.
Why? Why are they here?
So
I love Chi-Chi saying, we came to see Goku's fighting for ourselves. Like, you know what? She's never seen his all-out brawls before since Piccolo Daimao.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
And as much as I was complaining last podcast about, like, why is no one helping them? Like, they should all be there. And now they all show up. I'm like, this seems so unnatural that they're all here.
Yeah, it really does, especially when we know now that 18 and Maron were there as well. Like, would they not have come to... If we're just bringing everyone... Because this makes no sense.
This one out.
And this is what I was talking about, agreeing with Doug, that this is just nonsense. These episodes, 4 episodes are nonsense, but I enjoyed them anyways, because these characters, logically, had no business being there, but it's still fun.
I'm glad they're there.
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to have an audience for this whole thing.
Especially Mr. Satan.
It doesn't make sense why, when did they decide to start heading over to this area? Because from the moment where Goku's getting beaten up to then where he gets dropped down to the sword, it's not very long. Gotta be like 1 minute.
Yeah.
Did then all of them like, oh, I feel Goku's energy dropping. We gotta go. It doesn't take a minute to get there. It takes a little longer than that, I would imagine. But
and Vegeta's suspiciously absent. He's the one not here.
Yeah.
And I get the feeling, the way things are worded in the next episode, that he is doing like a Goku hiding in Battle of Gods type situation. I get the feeling like he's been here, but he's just like,
that's hilarious. Yeah, she's really dragging her feet. Yeah. I'm not giving Goku my Saya power. I need that Saya power.
Yeah, Saya power again, man. I had no idea going into GT that was going to be this show's entire shtick.
Yeah,
seriously.
Saya power. We've been hearing it since like, day one of Baby.
Yep. This is just the whole Saiyan revenge story now.
Saya power.
There it is.
Where
Baby's got it.
Goku is a Saiyan born and raised on Earth. Raised on Earth. Now it's like, no, Goku's a Saiyan, and that's what he is. And this whole GT thing is about that and his Saiyan heritage. It doesn't work well.
I don't like it.
A weird order of events here. When Yi Xinglong attacks everyone, he attacks the group, the friends and family. The blast hits. And then we see Goku react to it and then teleport. And then he has somehow saved everyone. I'm like, well, hold on. Did you teleport back in time to save them before the blast hit?
You're saying as they're all giving him the Saya power, as Goten, Trunks, and Goten,
they're
and
about
Oob,
to.
Oob just protecting him.
Yeah, I saw that too. Oob was standing there, and I'm like, Oob, you do not have get. And then he's like, oh, okay, he's not here to power up. All right, okay, good.
He's their useless shield.
We've just lost that much faith in these writers.
Why couldn't they give Oob a moment of his own to like a Vegeta and Super moment where he's like, you hurt Bulma that bad, I'm pissed, and I should do some damage on you. They could have given us that, but no, it's the Goku show, so there's no one can do anything but Goku. And you know what I mean? Like, wouldn't it be great to see Oob do that?
And even then, the moments that Oob does get in this episode, they're playing him as Ten Shinhan and Chaozu.
Yep.
Yeah.
Specifically with Nappa.
He blocks the hit from Yi Shenlong and just immediately like everything is broken. Like I'm done.
And then he's gonna self-destruct on Yi Xinglong.
when the absorbing of the Saya power, the summoning a Super Saiyan God thing that we all know and love happens. It is kind of cool. It just sucks that it was Last House that was animated. Was it Last House that animated this? The bad artist animated this episode.
This is Uchiyama.
It was such a cool idea of like seeing the Ozaru head come out of like the glow as they're doing it, but it just doesn't look good. The idea is great, like to see that and then it like transform into like Goku and then like the Super Saiyan 4. Handled by better artists, this could have been like the vision of this could have been so amazing, but
you hear that social media?
Dumb.
Hear that, social media? It's time for a hashtag Dragon Ball redraw, but use that.
It looks like
section.
Wizard of Oz, like the fucking thing, like coming out of the, like just the head of it, like roar. It's like, okay.
I really do not like the way that they play Full Power Super Saiyan 4 when it looks exactly the same. They give it so much pomp and circumstance in the way that they describe it and that they had to lead up to it. They say he's taken his max power as Super Saiyan 4 and extended it even further, but he looks exactly the same. This would have been a great point to take all of his fur and his hair and make that golden.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You've seen fan art of this kind of stuff before.
Or even like red, like they do in was Dragon Ball Heroes,
the Limit
like
Breaker stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever that is. Yeah.
Just give it some sort of visual significance.
Something different.
Because he's just regular ass Goku here.
Yeah.
Change the eye color even, like just anything. Well, I guess not eye color because he can't see.
I was gonna say, does full power mean he's just back up to full power? No, because they were giving the kids were giving Goku like energy past his limits or whatever. Right.
Yep. So now he is stronger than ever before.
Which is technically
we have to just take his word for it.
He broke his limits, so limit breaker technically here, but even that has its own visual style in the games. It's this stupid clock that Yi Xilong throws.
Yes. Yeah.
He throws it.
I love this.
And it's like, bro, that's a frisbee, not a boomerang. And the only way you could send that back is if you imbued it with ki. Which you couldn't do because you're trying to do a keyless technique that Goku couldn't detect, which doesn't work anyways.
He makes the whole point that this is you can't feel this. This is no ki. Hiya! And Goku's like, well, once I get hit by a clock once, I'll never get hit by it again. My ki barrier went up, so I can't. Turns around and grabs it. I'm like, clocks, get out of here.
No,
I've hit that technique before.
He says his ears are extremely sharp. You can't be saying once you get hit by a clock.
That's fine. Actually, where I am in Sorcery Fight, they just kind of played something like that too, with someone who couldn't see techniques and something happened.
Well, here's what it is. He observed Super 17, who could feel vibrations in the air very acutely.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was a fucking thing.
So now he's got that technique.
If they dropped a line about that, I would have been like, okay, that's kind of cool. If they had explicitly tied it back to him learning that from his encounter with 17. Mm-hmm. But they didn't.
But no, he just says he's got sharp ears.
And I think Goku holding that clock is probably the single worst Last House frame of all time. And there have been some ugly Last House frames.
That is saying something, for sure.
It's pretty bad. I gotta look for that clip now.
Now, fellas, we eating Dragon Balls.
We eating Dragon Balls. Oh, you mean after Goku punches is this like after Goku punches him?
I don't remember what happened. I just know that suddenly at the end of this episode, we eating Dragon Balls and transforming.
Yeah, so he defeats him. All is well. Trunks asks for the Dragon Balls. Pan goes to find one nearby. She's like, I got it. And it pops out of her hand and rolls off towards the clock tower. One Star Dragon is back. He stands up and he just eats it. And then he summons the rest and they all fly into his mouth before he starts to power up. And
did you catch the frames of him already having the balls on his body before he absorbs them?
No, Doug, don't tell me that. That's...
As in The Rock, and just boasting about like, I'm gonna fuse these balls. There's literally the balls are already on him. They just.
I will be fact checking that, but
do it. I could be mistaken, but
I do
I
expect
hope you're
it
not
to be true.
Yeah.
So now he's got all their strength combined. He says this is his true form, and he stands above all the other dragons, as if every other dragon before him has not said that exact same thing. But this time I believe it. So yeah, we eating Dragon Balls, and that's the end of that one.
Now,
thank God, it's over.
You may be watching this episode here if we got a podcast and being like, well, didn't we introduce a dragon in the last episode that you guys just talked about, and you didn't give me who's that dragon? That's because I wanted to wait until this boy transformed. That's right, we are talking today about Yi Xilong, also known as Yi Xinron. Let me do that. Rewind that. Yi Xilong, also known as Yi Xinron, also known as, for some reason, two different names in the English dub, Sin Shenron, and, alright, it sounds cool, Omega Shenron.
Omega!
Right. Not a whole lot to talk about with this guy in Victory Mission. He didn't get resurrected yet, because the manga ended before all the other dragons who were doing stuff in the story. Sorry, Yi Xinglong, we never got to see you.
Dang.
Rest
Sucks
in
to be
peace.
ya.
So I wanted to spend this time a little bit just talking about Yi Xinglong specifically.
I bet you do.
I like him. I like the attitude he comes in with. I don't care if he doesn't really have any motivation other than to just like beat Goku. But he just comes in and he's like, look, you were having fun. the final boss is here. You know,
Yeah, the final boss, exactly. That's what it feels like.
I'm here to kill you, Goku, you know.
You had that mole guy. Remember that mole guy? Remember that thunder guy? I'm that guy.
Doesn't have a personality in that he doesn't have a drive for anything. He doesn't have a motivation.
No. He does
have vibes. He has vibes.
Gravitas.
There's that.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
You guys just impressed by the walking sound. Click, clink, click, clink. The cell and the Frieza.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think of it as a cell walk.
forever.
You think of it the Frieza walk?
Yeah. Isn't it? Isn't it
Both,
the same?
I guess, have it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think they're both the same, but
Still a
cell has
gross-
a heavier
my-
foot.
My wife hates it. She hates that sound effect.
Cell, Broly in the Z movies.
Really?
Boo
Oh.
uses it. Yeah.
I need to get those those shoes that instead of light up when you step, it makes a sound when you
God.
step on them.
Put a stream deck in there.
I like him. I really love his look. He looks like the worst designed character in history, but it works. It works.
But I
really
love it.
Works. It
because
really
he's super extreme looking and evil and
when you see him in Budokai 3 intro with Super Saiyan 4 and then Omega Shenron coming, that's such a cool, like, it just works. Whatever he is, it looks awesome.
Now, in the guidebooks, Ken, did they ever explain what wish he came from?
So, I did also want to address this with our friend San Xinglong, because you were asking last time if they ever say what his wish was, and they didn't.
They didn't.
In the Perfect Files, they do tell us all of the wishes from all of the dragons, for all of the dragons. San Xinglong came from the wish to make everyone forget about Majin Buu.
Which one's that dragon?
That was the
That was
blue
the-
ice one.
Blue. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, Ice Shenron.
Don't give me a name. Give me a color.
And then Yi Xinglong here is
Red.
no white or like off white, I guess.
Right?
Or maybe that's just discolored Toei
Yeah,
footage.
there you go.
Let's not get into that whole thing.
Oh, why couldn't we? Whatever.
Well, why we're watching Sailor Moon, guys, with the pink aesthetic. He comes from the wish to bring back everyone killed by Frieza and his men. That wish made during the
Oh wow,
end
really?
of that arc, yeah. So now, as far as the wish for Yi Xinglong goes, it's notable because it up until Xenoverse 1 was never referenced anywhere else.
Oh.
Was never in like Super Exciting Guide or anything, but I don't even think those covered GT. But it's definitely not in the Kanzenshuu that I am pointing at back here. It's not in those books. So it has only surfaced in the Perfect Files, and then in Xenoverse 1 and Xenoverse 2, in which he talks about if you make different character matchups, and they'll have different beginning of fight taunts that they do. And Omega Yi Xinglong says to Frieza, he says like, "Oh, I'm from the wish to kill back or bring everyone back who you killed."
Whoa.
And then Frieza's like, "Oh, then you should call me Mama," or something like that. Yeah. So those are the only two places it's ever been addressed. As far as San Xinglong, in his case, they did not say anything about it in the episode. Maybe that's in the Kanzenshuu, I don't know, but I do know that Yi Xinglong specifically is notable for only being a perfect follow. Yes, Doug.
I didn't think about it until just now. Frieza saying you should call me Mama. How are these dragons existing in the Dragon Realm before their wishes? What does this mean that they're brought from the wishes? These certain wishes
hold on.
from just these past 100 years.
Hold on. You know who I'm gonna call up for you, Doug?
Yeah.
Hey, Toyotaro.
Toyotaro?
Yeah. Hey, can you get this? Can you look into this for us?
God damn it,
All right, cool,
Toyotaro.
thanks. All right, yeah. No, we'll get Doug to read it.
Yeah,
No. Yeah.
Tell him I can't make it to his birthday party next
hey,
week.
hold on. What's that? Oh, hey,
I can't make it to his birthday party.
Toyotaro, sorry.
Did he hang up?
Yeah. Oh, I did.
What?
I was talking to Ioku.
Damn
Sorry,
it.
I got the wrong guy.
What the fuck
It's
does
not-
Toyotaro have to say about this though? Does he have anything to say about it or no?
No, we never got that far.
And
They
you
didn't-
love this story though that he has about Dragon Realm. Even
I
though-
like the idea of it, and
Okay,
if he had,
it should only exist within these past like 30 years. if they all come from these wishes that are happening from the past 30 years.
No, that they. Oh, okay. Well, Toyotaro will get to it one day. We know he will.
Oh man,
And that's
it for?
That is the end. The final segment. Of course, until we read Young Gigi's Dragon Ball AF. That is the final segment of Who's That Dragon? Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you. Can we also talk about? I think this is. Can we mention that new Dragon Ball AF chapter?
Yes.
New.
Well,
all new.
You call it restored,
right?
Oh,
Completed.
Doug, did you not see it?
No.
So there's a group that's going through with the aim to continue Toyotaro's AF, since Toyotaro likely never will.
Right.
And they went through, remember those drafts of Volume 5 that were all like pencil drawings? They've gone through and inked that.
Wow.
So
okay. They're working on it.
That's
Dang.
done. And so now they're like thinking where to. It's in the Kanzenshuu forums. I wish I had the guy's name of the guy who's working on it, but yeah, there's a team in place for that.
Wow. More manga for me not to read.
Well, we'll see. See about that.
We'll see what happens.
Getting
I'll
super.
play Lethal Company if that means that you're gonna read more AF.
I'll make those promises. Yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll see how it goes. So I'll take episode 59. You guys ready to jump into the next one?
Yeah.
Randy, nothing would delight me more than to get to these next two episodes.
Fantastic. So here we go. Episode 59. Friend or foe? Ozaru Vegeta's Great Rampage. After having ingested the other 6 Dragon Balls, the 1-star dragon is powered up over 10 times his previous strength, bringing him up to par with Goku's maximum power. The devious dragon has many tricks up his sleeve, and Goku is left with no other choice but to blow himself up to put a stop to this carnage. That is, until Vegeta arrives. What secrets are behind his and Bulma's confidence?
I could cry seeing Yamamuro again. Oh my god, dude. I miss him.
Looks good.
I missed him so much.
So good.
Oh man.
So, to come from the previous episode to this one, like, wow, night and day, man.
Yeah. And then, oh god, it's just like the second it opens up and there's all the like wind and everything coming from Yishinong powering up, and the way it all like goes around Goku as it's going past him. Oh, Yamamuro. Buy me dinner first.
Where have you been all my life?
It is something. You know, so nice to finally see some good looking GT, because we've kind of been without for a little bit. Gohan confirms to Chi-Chi that the 1-star dragon and Goku's strength are too close to call who's stronger. And
let's bookmark that
Yeah.
for future conversation.
Power level people are not happy.
This does get ridiculous. 1-star dragon says he's now 10 times stronger. He can heat up to 6,000 degrees Celsius, just like 4-star dragon.
Doesn't bother Goku though, right? Because he already established that.
Right.
Super Saiyan 4 can withstand 6,000 Kelvin or whatever.
Freezes him, blasts him with wind, zaps him. Why are we doing this when we've multiple times? Has he not done this to this dragon yet? Of like, sorry, once my body's experienced an attack, it's not going to work, and now you're just throwing old techniques at me again.
But you know what?
I don't think he says it to this dragon. He's only told it to the red dragon.
Randy, you're trying to be negative, and you're looking at the plot
on, Randy,
and the
yes.
writing and the script, but we're not
Ken and I are
talking.
positive
We need to
over here.
forget all that. Let's just talk about Yamamuro instead.
I
The
love
coolest
Dragon
ass
Ball Super.
impact frame when Goku powers up. That's what you should be focusing on.
That's what it's all about, baby.
Screw all the bad stuff that's going on. Just
Well,
look
that's
at it.
Par for the course. Let's look at the good shit. That's
Subtitles
okay.
off. Mute the TV.
Yeah.
Just look at it.
All right, so it is super cool. He blasts a Kamehameha that basically pins him to his spot, can't move, and he like flies right past that and hits him with the Ryuken Dragon Fist. That's good. That's good stuff.
Yeah,
I like
gruesome.
Very gruesome. He explodes, and then he just reconstitutes himself from pink slime like Boo. I mean, the 5-star dragon.
But not even what Wu Xinglong did. It was what his kaiju that he was inside of did.
Why don't we have Yi Xinglong now piloting himself?
Right.
Like, we should
Oh
see him.
yeah. What the fuck?
You just took it at face value.
I knew this was dumb already. I'm like, yeah, sure. These are powers that they've had.
Does
Then
those,
Chi Xinglong's ground blast, he does that as well, yeah.
he kicks Mr. Satan.
And Mr.
he spits
Satan
He should
lives.
be dead. He should be dead. Chi-Chi, Videl, Satan, dead. Anything hitting that old man, just even like a little bit, would kill him. But this is the strongest fucking dragon in the universe.
Yeah. And he
It's
took
ridiculous. He took it like a man, like a champ.
He's not dead. Yeah.
And remember, their strength is equal, but that means that Goku's like, well, I got nothing. I guess I might as well blow myself up.
Okay.
Oh my god. What?
So, does Goku... How does he know about Vegeta's final explosion?
It's true, he was unconscious at the time.
He was unconscious. And
I bet he could feel it even unconsciously.
But, Doug,
that's
if he knows about it, then doesn't he know that it didn't work?
Also,
mine will work though. Because I'm stronger and I'm
Goku already tried this once. He did it against Super 17, and also he lived. So it's not like he will die. There is precedent that Goku survives blowing himself up.
Yeah.
Just a mere like 10, 15 episodes ago.
Luckily, Vegeta teleports in and tells him that's a bad idea.
From 2 feet away, right?
Right,
By our theory.
And we don't cut back to Chi-Chi, who's started booking it to stop him. Like, I wanted, like, 30 seconds later, it's just, Vegeta did it? Okay, good, because that was a long run.
Gohan, stop her. Like, but then he cuts back and he did stop her, I guess, but...
And Vegeta, dude.
Vegeta.
Whoa, what an awesome character. We talk about how GT's just consistently nailed post-Boo Vegeta, and we are just so... Oh, dude, he's so great. Everything about him, I love it. He's like... Mr. Satan is still the best part of Dragon Ball GT, like, bar none. I don't know, Vegeta, I think, is a close second.
It's true.
It is good to see him again. Like, and he's just straight up Vegeta. He's the same character.
Yep. He's here in all of his glory. He's standing proud. He doesn't even have the power he needs, but he's all like, no. I got this covered. Bulma shows up with the Ultra Brutes Wave Emitter.
Or it's just Cho Brutes. So which is just super. So I don't know why they went hard with Ultra, but nevertheless.
Why did they have to do this? Why did they have to bring all this machinery battlefield? Why couldn't they transform and then show up? Like, I mean, I get it. Like, it's cool to do it in front of a crowd and for the audience sake of this episode to see that. But, I don't know, maybe like, show up as Super Saiyan 4, like, out of nowhere, like, Vegeta, what the hell? How'd you do this? How'd you become this form? And then, like, a flashback. And I don't like that idea, but that's how GT, I could see them handling this better than this.
They couldn't do that because we needed to have Bulma start using that on Vegeta so he starts transforming so that Gohan can be like, oh, whoa, he'll lose his rationality. Even though Gohan, when he was 4, 5, whatever, saw Vegeta as a great ape, totally fine. Could talk, walking and talking.
There's no rationale to Gohan thinking that Vegeta will lose his rationale. This fucking genius Gohan... Yeah, it's so dumb.
But we do get Bulma saying that she's betting it all on Vegeta, and that's nice.
I still want to argue about Gohan. It's just the stupid writing in this that shows that, like...
Didn't I warn you to mute your TV?
Because I'm thinking, okay, maybe Gohan found some books about Saiyans and research, like, oh, after a long period of time of not transforming, you lose your... the knack of it, of like keeping it or whatever, but nothing.
But it does work out. Vegeta does not immediately regain his self.
I thought he was pulling a baby. And he's like, haha, just kidding. Except for he blows up Bulma. I'm like, oh, nope. This is the real deal. Never mind.
I think it took him a second to readjust. I mean, it has been
a while.
Decades for him.
Yeah. I would have loved it so much more. Out of all the callbacks they do, I hate every single callback that GT has done to, like, especially earlier when it's like, I'm gonna use this Vegeta attack to blow myself up. Like, don't, how dare you stand where he stood? Don't say what Dragon Ball Z did. Don't just call that out like, but I wish in this instance, Vegeta was just playing. He was a big, Uzaru and just like kind of like fake blasting. I don't know, real blasting, I guess, but not hurting anyone. Grabs Goku and be like, haha, I just wanted to feel like I just want to remember what it felt like to squish you in my hands again or something like that. That'd have been cool because he does grab him just how he did back then.
I think it would be
fun to give a nod to that.
I think a better line would be I wanted to feel what it was like to just let loose like that again.
Oh, maybe yeah. I like
one
that
last
too.
time for old time's sake. Now I'm trying to remember because it's been a few months when Goku transformed into the giant golden great ape. Didn't he just go straight into that? He didn't go brown and then turn gold because it was very odd for him to be regular great ape and then be like, oh yeah, I do kind of remember stuff, and then turn gold and then immediately
You're right,
shrink back
Randy.
down.
And guess what? I don't care. Objectively, it's bad. Subjectively, no, I'm here for it.
I don't think it's bad. I don't think it needs any explanation. I'm not offended by that. Of all the things I'm offended by, this, it's just like, yeah, he transformed into an ape as any other Saiyan would. It's just, I guess Goku just skipped into like Super Saiyan form of Uzaru.
And
When you're a
Vegeta,
child.
once Vegeta regains his sense of self, he's like, all right, here we go. I just know how to do this. And he goes into Super Saiyan 4. And I don't care that it doesn't make sense. It's so awesome. I buy Vegeta being able to do it. I don't care.
I hate
it's incredible.
how quickly it goes from giant Uzaru ape to giant small Vegeta. Like, you know, it's like, it shrinks like immediately, but not, it doesn't shrink enough. He's still like a giant. Or did he shrink to like a small Uzaru?
Small Uzaru. No, he was still able to hold Goku, though.
But no, you know, the shot of him going from Uzaru to Super Saiyan 4,
Right.
That specific shot, it's like, it doesn't squeeze small enough. It's just like,
Oh,
goes like
I
a
see
little
what you're saying. Yeah.
yeah. So it's not, it doesn't get shrink enough, but also that, I wish it was like a little more drawn out, a little cooler, like the Gogeta scene in the next episode takes, but no, it's just, no, I'm Super Saiyan 4 now. I hate the shot of it going from his pants up and his eyes are looking fucking over there. Does that bother you guys too?
No, I don't think so. No.
It always bothered me. I've always done another Kazaa scene that I downloaded back when I was a kid in the late 90s. It's just like it's like, where the fuck are his pupils? And it's just darting that way. Like, who the fuck is over there? You talking to Goku or Omega or whatever? And I don't know. I just wish he was just looking straight.
Yeah,
weird.
I think he was looking at Yi Xinglong based on
Still,
where they were. Yeah.
Wish he was looking. He could, whatever he said, he could have been saying it's either Goku or Omega. So I just wish he was looking down at Goku or whatever. It looks weird to me. It bothers me.
I do want to bring up, he was a big ape, and his screams were good.
Yeah,
So.
mixed the same way they did with Goku as well. Yeah.
Kurokawa was there, so you could hear it in there.
So, just wanted to
So
say,
let's talk about
again,
the stupid thing Vegeta does now that he's Super Saiyan 4.
Oh, no, we can't skip over Bulma and Chi-Chi arguing over who looks cooler.
Yeah.
That's so great.
And Mr. Satan be like, well, ladies, let's not forget
What about
my own
this
looks
beefcake?
here.
Yeah.
See,
That
we
was
still got
great.
some humor.
He
I
took
like
a
it.
kick from Yi Xinglong, and he can still be a jokester like this.
Right.
Yep.
Yep. Love him. Is it our subtitles that we had? They said Vegeta looks sharper. No, Goku looks sharper, but you hear them saying kakoi, right? So it's,
Oh,
that just
cool.
means
It's just
cool. Yeah.
Vegeta knows they don't stand a chance and proposes fusion.
How? Why didn't we get a scene of them fighting as two Super Saiyan 4s again? I guess because they're saving it for later, but it doesn't make any sense for Vegeta to acquire this new form. Like, I've reached this pinnacle. Let me go test it out and see what's what. Oh, we're no match. Then let's suggest fusion.
Douglas, this is a mature, understanding, evolved Vegeta.
Yes.
Who's not here to, be a cocky jerk. He's got the power and he's like, you know what? Still not enough. I don't want to waste time or risk anything. This is our planet. We have to just do this.
He specifically achieved this form for fusion. He achieved this form to get on par with Goku just to help Goku out. This is
world.
the GT Vegeta. This is the way he should be written, Doug.
Final form.
We can convert you on this.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. It's just, it doesn't follow the script. It doesn't follow the Dragon Ball script. Like, okay.
The Dead Sea
I got-
Scrolls.
Yeah,
Things are all
yeah.
out of whack.
He's not Bobby Lee or whatever. Big
And it's
Bang.
especially because it's Vegeta who suggests fusion.
Yes.
It's not Goku who has had to do it in the Buu fight, who had to do it in movie 12, who had to do it against Broly. It's Vegeta suggesting fusion here.
Yeah.
It's good
It's a
stuff.
good. It's a good moment. I just wish there was a little. It's Dragon Ball. You need to go show him a little bit. Punch. That was a hard punch. We can't do it. Let's do fusion. I just want
we
that.
only got 4 more episodes or 5
How
more
could Vegeta-
episodes.
But you said yourself, dragons don't have the key. So how can he tell how strong you?
Oh, they do. They do. They decided that they do now.
Okay.
At least that's how I took it. So what's going on in the world of anime right about now, Ken?
Right, so we just watched an episode that came out September 17th, 1997, and the next one won't be until October 22nd, 1997. So the series is making some big jumps here.
Wow.
As I guess in the Olympics, I don't know, who knows. That wasn't an Olympics year, but something else was on TV that they were like, GT, who cares? But on September 18th, 1997, so talking about something some people do care and cherish. You guys might have heard of it. Cowboy Bebop began.
Ooh.
So really, we are in this era of the end of the 90s. You know, Cowboy Bebop is often celebrated as like the final great 90s anime that came out.
Yeah.
So that's
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop. Good stuff.
We do still have another
Uematsu.
segment here for Meanwhile
What?
World of Anime, but that will be after this next episode.
Okay. Doug, what? Nobuo Uematsu? Cowboy Bebop? What's the relation?
What are you talking about? I didn't say that.
I'd check the tape.
Uematsu.
I'm just curious who you thought you're talking about.
Yeah, he's got the isolated tracks, Doug.
No.
Go in and
Didn't
add
Nobuo do
silence
something
to that
for,
before you send it.
Didn't Nobuo do something for Samurai Champloo?
I don't think so.
We'll save
Oh
that
no, I'm
for
thinking.
when we review.
I'm thinking of Nuja Best. Nuja Best did Samurai Champloo stuff, which I was trying to make a joke of like, oh, that's the same thing as Cowboy Bebop.
Nujabes?
I'm not a very funny guy. Nujabes, yeah.
I don't know how to
All
pronounce
right. Ken.
Then why?
it. Episode 60.
Coming at me for?
Fusion, the ultimate Super Gogeta. Goku and Vegeta stand tall side by side as Super Saiyan 4s. Vegeta, though, knows that this isn't even enough power to take down the one-star dragon and proposes he and Goku fuse. Happy to hear Vegeta suggest this, Goku agrees and the two set out to fuse into the ultimate Super Gogeta while protected by their friends. With such amazing power behind them, the fused warrior has the upper hand in this Omega showdown. But for how long?
I saw that side look
Yeah.
when you said Omega.
Here's the thing about Omega Shenron. I think it's a badass name. In Japanese, when Yixing Long transforms to Omega, he becomes Super Yixing Long. And I propose Omega Yixing Long. I like it.
Okay.
Because it's the final form, right? I've always liked the Omega phrase for him. If there's like one of the dragons.
Right.
So what we've got, I don't even want to go through them. I don't even know.
Okay.
Yeah. I really like the Omega terminology. Even if
They
it
could have
doesn't.
called. They could have called the red and the blue one Ruby and Sapphire, and done like a whole Pokemon thing with the colors.
It would have worked if he was Saigo Yixing Long, but he's not. Because then Saigo meaning like final or last. Then you could squeeze Omega into that, but it is Cho Yixing Long, so it's Super Yixing
It's always. I just imagine him in the dragon realm. You're just called the final dragon. You're the final one. We haven't done anything yet. You're the final one.
Man,
So Bulma,
All right, so
Carpenter.
well,
They're okay. They're like the B tier team.
it's this or it's more
Oh.
Uchiyama, man.
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
do you want Ebisawa to come back for just one more shining episode?
You know what? I'd take it over the next Uchiyama we get.
Okay.
The Saigo Uchiyama episode.
So Bulma fires the Brute's waves at the one-star dragon. Not sure what she thought that was going to do.
I love
but
it.
it blows up.
Omega's scared of it.
Yeah.
He does
Not let
blow it
touch
up.
him.
And Gohan saves her. Why, after they use this on Vegeta, wasn't she like, all right, Gohan, stand up there next. Trunks, you're behind him. Goten, you're behind. All Super Saiyan
let's
4s.
form an army.
But I love
Oob kind of suggests it.
I love
I
Bulma
mean-
being like, you can't just fire like that.
You gotta say, hey, I'm gonna hit you now.
Yeah.
It didn't hit the comedy there. I saw, but it didn't hit me. I don't think this. I don't know. It doesn't feel. GT doesn't feel very like ha ha ha. You know, so it didn't hit for me.
So why did no one tell
Charles-
Pawn about fusion?
Because she doesn't know anything, and she shouldn't be knowing anything. So every time she asks a dragon, "Hey, which are you from?" No one told her the story of Dragon Ball, or they just skipped the Boo section because people don't like the Boo arc, so they never explained the fusion arc.
But
to
there
her.
is some stuff she does know. Like she knows what the dragon is supposed to say.
I've been saying this from the beginning. She doesn't, and it's just the stupid writers sitting around the table like, "Oh, let's have Pan say it. We need someone to say it. Let's have Pan say it." She doesn't know.
She's our audience
Doesn't
insert
know.
for new children who have picked up starting at GT.
But I do love, this is how she should have been treated. She should have been the audience surrogate this whole time, but she's not. She's the one that knows everything. I loved her being like, fusion? What? What's fusion? Can someone explain fusion to me? I love that. That's a great character.
And they're all just, dewy-eyed, just like, fusion's going to be great.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
See, I love the idea, though, if I think about Goten, being Uncle Goten to Pawn and saying, oh, dude, you got to check out this fusion thing Trunks and I can do. Watch this. Hey, just stand back there. Watch this. All right, Trunks, let's go. And then they show her how to do it, because that seems like something that this Goten would have done.
Yeah. It'd be a nice little like comedy gag as them showing up as that and then just kind of defusing again or whatever quickly.
Yeah. Or like, here, Pawn, we'll
to-
show you what
just to show
fusion
her.
is. Then they do it, become the Gotenks everyone wants to see, and do nothing with it. That would be even funnier.
Yeah, that would be funny. I
They're
think
like, okay, you became Gotenks, go fight. No.
I think in the dub they even suggest either it hasn't happened in this episode yet, or in the dub they say in this episode like someone stops them from fusing. Like they suggest it, Goten and Trunks do, but then someone's like,
Well,
no,
they tried that against Baby.
You have no help.
Was it against Baby?
Okay.
Yeah, it was
They're
against
like,
Baby.
I don't
know.
And Goku was like, you scrubs, don't even try.
These scrubs.
Don't worry.
Just
I
give
think
me
they
your
did it
Saya power.
Yeah.
Also here. Why does no one turn Super Saiyan when they're trying to defend Goku and Vegeta from giving them enough time to fuse?
They don't have any Saya power. They gave it all away.
Yeah.
They give it all to Goku. Okay, I'll take that.
I just
good.
came up with that on the spot, Doug. I don't
That's
even...
beautiful. I will take that. But now explain to me why, as there no Saya power left, they're all like stopping babies. I'm not baby Omega as hard as they can. They're getting punched. They're getting choked out. They're getting like near death. And Goku's just like, "Hey Vegeta,
This is going to go good.
it's funny that you're the one bringing up
God.
fusion. Never thought it'd be you.
Oh, my arms.
You know what?
My spleen.
Let's do it."
We're dead.
Did you guys rehearse this
Why
bit?
is why no? That's what it's like. Why is there no urgency? They're just sitting there watching them getting killed. Like, man,
We're really going to do it.
Yeah, come on.
So when did Vegeta
Although-
learn the dance?
Yeah. When
Trunks
did he learn-
taught him.
I mean, Trunks taught him. That's what it's got to be.
I was thinking the same. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Like, when the hell would
So
you even bother to learn it?
he never saw it ever in the series.
Well, as we know, GT is still canon, despite things happening in Super that undo stuff that happens in GT. He already did fuse with Goku in the Broly movie. So
It would have been fun to have Goku hold off Omega as the kids are teaching Vegeta how to do the dance. That'd be a fun 10 minutes that they could have. used up.
does GT happen in the same continuity as some of the
As
Z
the movie?
movies?
No,
Could have been from movie 12.
no.
In the it gets really muddy there, but you could say retroactively that the 2008 OVA happens, in which case Vegeta does witness fusion, and then you would also probably think that this is something Vegeta would want to keep in his back pocket, as he, even in GT,
As he
is
matures.
someone who is always ready.
Yeah.
He keeps himself ready and wants to know all the strategies, and so you would think that with that, fusion would be something he would want to keep in his back pocket. And no,
It's just all these fun things that Super got right that GT just skips over and glosses over. We want to see Vegeta learn how to do it. We want to see him like be embarrassed and learn how to do it. And I guess it's just like I guess you're right. This is a different Vegeta, more mature and not embarrassed. And let's just do what needs to be done. It's funny how Oob crawls along with his arm and just like suggests like fusion. That's so cool. Can you? When you try it? Gohan, Trunks, other guy. Oh yeah, Goten.
the vibe I
And
got
then-
from that was everyone being like, ugh.
No.
Everyone got racist.
Yeah, right.
Super racist
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah.
I don't want to fuse with Oob.
That is
your arm.
100% the vibe that I got.
The vibe. that I got, yeah. It would have been cool if like
Science
obviously-
only. We're not interested.
no, if obviously Oob's arm is fucking beat up, right? And they do make a point of it, like your arm. Let's let your arm heal up first. But it would have been cool if they like, okay, let's try it, and Oob just can't get his arm up to do it. We needed to see that. And like, okay, so we can't do the fusion dance that requires your arm to do a specific move. So sorry, we can't do that. Not just
Instead-
like a haha. Maybe next time. man. We
Everyone
don't
outs
wanna-
themselves as bigots.
Yes.
I will say, is this our first time we've ever had somebody attempt to do fusion and they do it right the first try?
The first
I know.
time, yeah.
Yeah.
It feels weird, right? It's just like, okay, that there was no urgency. there.
Oh, It just works. Oh, okay.
For a
That's
character who ostensibly has never done it before.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
We know
yeah.
Goku has done the dance, even though he and Piccolo didn't fuse, but...
Right.
That's just how synced up Vegeta and Goku are now. It's just,
Ooh, I like that.
So as they fused, I paused it, and I called for my wife, and I said, do you want to come see the best part of Dragon Ball GT?
Sweetie, you gotta come see this.
Yeah. Because she's seen the Daltaki stuff and like all the like awkward parts of GT. And I'm like, you need to come in here and see that the show...
what we all remember it for.
Yeah.
It's a grand entrance. It's a grand tour of an entrance.
I am neither
do
Son
say.
Goku or Vegeta. I'm the one.
I don't like that he says that
you.
though.
You don't?
Because he doesn't say Omega's not like, are you Goku or are you Vegeta? He's like, I'm neither of those two. He just answers, I'm neither of I didn't ask you who you were or which one you are or whatever. It's just a weird thing to
Right.
say. Obviously it's calling back to the movie 12,
Of course.
but it's just like
I
would have liked it if you said I am Gogeta.
I would be okay with it if it was even remotely the same kind of vibe you get from anything else he does or says in this episode.
Yeah.
Because right off the bat, he turns into a Vegito/Gotenks type characterization.
Yep.
Not the somber, like, silent Gogeta that we got from movie 12, or even kind of in the Broly movie as well.
Well, I give it a pass just because fusion is such a different technique of like, this is like he says in here and in the movie 12, he's neither Goku nor Vegeta. It's its own entity. So this new entity that just these two personalities created is a goofball that shoots out fucking party favors out of his hand.
Right.
I don't like it because it does give off too much of a Gotenks vibe, but I can excuse that this is his own character.
I think, but movie 12 and the Boo arc give us two very different versions of what a fusion between these two characters are like.
Yeah.
That to see them go straight to Vegito instead of the
Gogeta.
Gogeta type characterization for a character that is
the
Gogeta.
man of few words.
Right, yeah. Gets down to business.
Yeah.
But I also understand that that's cool in a movie where he only shows up for 30 seconds, but if you're trying to do a TV series in which you've got this character around for 10 minutes,
Yeah.
kind of carry
Also,
that
which
a little more.
I'm surprised it's just this one episode that he's in. Like, this Gogeta lasts just this episode, and that's it.
right?
That's
Yeah,
wild.
very
True.
short. Yeah.
Isn't it
Yeah.
funny or stupid how Panda's like, oh, that's fusion, cool. Goten is like, no. They're not joined. They're merged. It doesn't really matter, but it's
Yeah.
like, why'd you mansplain it then in the first place?
That's like one of us is like would have said that to the other. No, Doug. It's not really
it's
like
not,
that.
It's not joining. It's
It's
merging.
this. Yeah, where you're.
I mean, it
revoking your
doesn't. It doesn't matter, but
I just need you to know that I'm smarter than you, a woman.
yeah, so stupid, Goten.
But you know that.
So
Calling back real quick to Gogeta's character as not being like Gogeta from movie 12, yet they invoke the sparkly aura type stuff that he has in
Yeah.
movie 12. If you're invoking all this imagery, just keep it the same character.
They couldn't help
Yeah.
themselves. They're
Yeah.
like,
No.
he's a goofy monkey now, so let's make him do goofy stuff.
he does do cool stuff. Like One Star Dragon flies in and just gets thrown away, and he's like, "Oh, you stood up against like 3 punches or whatever. I'll go slower next time so you can tell what happens."
But the
I
kick
like that.
looks so dumb. You see the kick, he just
Yeah.
you see his body is like jointless. This is so
Yeah.
dumb.
And so Yixing Long says, well, I'm going to take all the power of all the dragons and I'm going to turn it into this negative thing that, guess what, this amazing name I'm going to give this ultimate evil technique? Yeah, Powerball.
Yeah,
Just called Powerball.
understated.
Powerball.
Yeah.
I do want to bring up something. So Gogeta calls One Star Dragon a word. It calls him Noroma, or the subtitles we had said half-wit. And Noroma, I was like, that sounds interesting and close. So Gohan called Boo Usonoro. Usonoro, Noroma. We've still got, the same kanji is actually used between both. I threw it out to see, like, can somebody give me some connotative difference between why one would use one
Get
or
deep
the
with
other?
this,
Like,
yeah.
what's more, shocking or whatever for one to use? And Zenpai hit me up. He says, someone might be able to explain it better than me, but as far as I can gather, Noruma is a more standard dummy or slow in the sense of taking longer than usual to understand things, if at all. Usunoro is like actually claiming you have an impairment and then weaponizing it against you. So,
Whoa.
not as punchy as Gohan's, but
We all know how Steve Simmons
Yeah.
took that line. And I think
Accurately in that case.
in Steve Simmons' defense, I think him translating Gohan's line that way is extremely appropriate given the reaction that
Piccolo just
Goten and Trunks have immediately. Like, they cannot believe Gohan just said this thing.
yeah.
And I think
So great.
that works. It needs to be as appropriately vulgar.
Faithful.
Yeah.
Yeah. We also skipped over that one-star dragon sees this immense power and, of course, does one thing that all Dragon Ball characters do. Fine, I've had enough with you. Bunch of weak blasts, make a big smoke screen. He's like, yes, nobody could survive this.
The worst commercial break in all of GT, where we see him blast those little like pellet balls, and like, oh my god, Gogeta's being hit by all these pellet balls, and he's just like, oh, is he gonna be okay? He's just like, oh.
Just let it
Like,
happen.
wow, we really wonder if the super being that we've seen take no damage before is really in danger right now. All right, cut to a commercial break.
I feel
Come
like
back.
if you really listen to Gogeta and listen to the two separate voices, man, Horikawa sounds really bright, cheerful, and goofy.
Yeah.
And I really like it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's what the fusion is giving us, baby.
Reminds you
fun
of,
Sonic Vegeta.
of him in Battle of Gods when he's trying to impress Beerus.
Yeah, exactly. So what is Goku? I keep calling it Goku because it's just Goku right here.
Right.
What is Gogeta doing to the negative power ball? Like he gives it a knee, and that gives
he needs it.
positive energy.
Before we
negates-
get to that, I want to talk real quick about how Oob has like no hope, and he's resigning himself to death. And this is the same guy who couldn't understand why Goten and Trunks were taking things seriously. And I think it's a really interesting direction to take Oob. Of course, direction, we're ending the series here, but
Yeah,
to have Oob be this total outsider who's now involved with these guys and has a total different read of the situation than people who've been through the ringer several times, I think is really interesting way to handle him as a distinct character. There's no one else really like him in this group of characters. So I just wanted to shout out, and now we can talk about.
Yeah.
well, I mean, that's why I wish so much they handled him a lot better. Like they really just kind of throw him as a shut up kid kind of thing and like brush him off. But he could have been so.
Right.
That's why I keep saying I wish he had a Vegeta moment in Super, where like the My Bulma moment, where he actually did have the strength in him to go to toe. Because wasn't that the whole point at the end of Z for Goku to find someone to pass down the hope of the Earth, of the world to?
Yeah.
And no,
We need
It's
Oob
just
to
Goku.
have. We need Oob to have his Mr. Satan moment where he gets it, and he doesn't. He hasn't had that yet.
Oh, yeah.
But
He's never gonna.
Doug, this big minus energy starts coming down. Gogeta just sits there and waits, and then he's like, oh, okay, time to get up and do something about it. Powers up, flies
Everyone's
up.
just like, man, we're done. Yeah.
We're done. And he's like, I guess I'll do my
Although
job.
we have no reason, because this fucking Gogeta being has been nothing but confident and like has shown no sense of slowing down. It's over for us. We're done, man. It's game over.
This is a joke only Doug and I will get. Gogeta turns to the camera and goes, "Hey, Doug, check this out."
Hey, you want to see me turn into a Super Saiyan 4? I'm gonna kick this ball into space.
So he does, kicks it straight up into the sky. And
What a
it's like, all right,
lame
cool.
fucking, what a lame kick to like see his leg goes like, fwitching.
It's up
It's like-
there with
The animation
same,
is just so bad. This is his leg and it just knees it and then it goes like literally like that.
the same amount of impact. And I'm a hot take. The same amount of impact for the end of movie 8 with Goku's slow punch into Broly's tummy and then just a slow turn of his fist. Like, really? That's how we're...
I guess.
Okay.
In this,
I get the vibe you're saying. Yeah.
there's a way to play this in that it needed to look effortless,
Yeah.
but
Yep.
they didn't really nail that.
They didn't nail it at all.
Yeah.
Well, they kind of wanted to, tell you like, okay, well, was that it? That was just a kick? That's a weird slow kick, but it's like, okay, he was doing something more. Although it's interesting that the Kaioshin
He
is
tricked
like,
Omega.
cooking something. Like, were you not paying attention to anything that's been going on this whole time? Because like the last time we saw, like they're informing them like the world's cut off now from all of this minus energy. You got to go fight these dragons. And they basically said that like, so good luck. And then they just left to, go play Madden or whatever. Like, oh, okay, interesting. But then, yeah, he converted the minus energy to plus energy, and throwing that up there got rid of all the bad juju going around up in the sky there. So it's
But
all,
I thought he made it
fixed.
turn in. I thought the negative energy and his positive energy. He even says it just turned it into zero energy. So wouldn't that be like it's no energy? Like it's
No, he converted it to positive, put it up into the clouds where all of that minus energy was, and that
surrounded
turned
the
it to
Earth.
zero.
Turned into
Yes.
zero. Okay.
Yep, you got it.
Still
And then
stupid.
the
How?
sickest. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Ken.
See, Gogeta was able to achieve something in this episode, even if
Yeah.
he didn't kill Yixing Long.
I was waiting for him to say like I tricked you. I was waiting for you to do that negative impact ball that I have no idea you have, so that I could infuse it with positive energy.
Yeah.
That's the vibe you get, right?
I knew this was happening, and I
Yep.
knew that that's what the movie would use, so I could do this thing.
And then he gives an appropriately Gogeta type line and says, "It would appear that even the heavens have abandoned you."
Yeah, that's totally
damn.
Gogeta line. Yeah,
That's
not
good
Vegito.
stuff.
That's a
Mamma
Gogeta
mia.
line, baby. If those are the only two things he said was the intro and then this, that'd have been really cool.
But then we get a super sick Big Bang Kamehameha, which looks nothing like a combination of either attack. He
Doesn't?
just forms a weird Neptune ball in front of
that
him.
looks cool,
Yeah.
but
It looks sick.
then I know it doesn't. My mind of Fighters Z has warped how cool it looks in that game compared to the
Oh.
show. As he's firing it here, I'm like, oh, is he firing it? It just looks like it's a fan that's blowing air onto
Yeah.
Omega. But in
Yeah.
Fighter Z, it looks so cool.
Well, I do not play that game, so I don't know what it
either,
looks
but
like in the.
Dude, you got to check out the clips then of the supers in that game.
But it's gonna
so
ruin
dope.
this episode for me.
It's already too late. You cannot redo.
Nice. So is the idea here that as Yixing Long is getting hit by this, that he's shedding the Dragon Balls to protect himself?
Oh,
Or are they
I think it's
being
like-
knocked out of him?
I always take it as the latter. You know, it's just like when Cell gets 18 punched out of him.
Okay.
That's how I read it anyway.
And then, so we're going in for the second. We're going to finish him off. Second Big Bang.
Oops. Fusion.
and what I'm so mad. It's so dumb too. Just like, oh, that one didn't work. Let's do it again. And Omega just sitting there like, okay, let's do it again.
Yeah.
Yixing Long secretly is like, I can't get hit by the same attack twice.
I love it.
So, Doug, it wouldn't have worked anyways.
It wouldn't
Yeah.
have worked anyway. Yep.
We make a big
Man.
deal about it being, it lasted less than 10 minutes. Like, you didn't expect that. Even though we did the song and dance with Super Saiyan 3, Go Tanks, and the Boo arc. I was just like, well.
But also, this time limit is so. I don't agree with it because if they're saying they're so powerful that it diminishes the time that they have in this form. Does that mean Go Tanks? It was not a strong being or whatever. Like what is the cap? What is the ratio of like time limit? You know what I'm saying? Like because Go Tanks could last the 30 minutes, right?
Not as Super Saiyan 3.
No.
Oh, they did do that in Super
Yeah.
Saiyan 3? Oh, I'm
Yep.
mistaken. That's my bad.
Yeah.
They lasted shorter when he was in 3?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I came into play twice, right?
At least once. I can't.
Once when they were Gotenks, and then once when they were Gotenks inside Boo. Because he was absorbed as Super Saiyan 3.
Oh, right. Yeah, because, yep, exactly. So then the time limit ran out, which
And
Goku was
only
there,
dumb-
so he could
it's
be
only
like,
dumb that then Goten and Trunks didn't warn them about the time. Well, maybe
Well-
they thought Gogeta would have taken care of things quicker.
yeah.
It's totally fine because after they defuse, Vegeta's yelling at Goku, like, why did we waste all this time and everything? And Gogeta's like, hey, you're half to blame. And Vegeta immediately is
half
like,
to
okay,
blame."
well, all right. Anyways,
Damn it, he's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
immediately
You're
drops
half
it.
to blame.
Yeah.
Literally the perfect way to say you're half to blame. Like, yeah, you're literally.
Yeah.
Yep. So then One Star Dragon starts absorbing, calls forth those Dragon Balls, absorbing them again. And then the 4-star moves up, but no, Goku grabs it. It's like, I've got it, something now.
He says a great line. I don't know what it was word for, but it was a great line. The way he grabs it. Like, this, I gotta look it up. But
He
it
says it's my
wasn't-
grandfather's memento, right?
Yeah, it's like you're not taking this one from me. This is my grandpa's memento, and then it ends there.
So here's an
great.
existential
But isn't it just
question.
how gross how the balls reveal themselves again?
Oh,
on
yeah.
Yishanlong?
It's true.
Existential question for you guys. If he doesn't
Yeah.
have all 7 balls, Is he Sin Shenron or Omega Shenron? Where is he?
Well,
is he Omega Shenron?
oh, because he's only got
Omeg.
6?
6, yeah. Which
Yeah,
one is he?
question,
Funimation, I'm afraid to ask. Did you guys watch the next episode preview at the end of this?
Of course.
Because it's a lot of footage from this episode.
Yeah.
Are you
It's so
serious?
strange.
Yeah. So obviously
Nothing happened
there
in
was
the next episode?
a meltdown, I think, as they were nearing the end of this series, and they probably just didn't have it ready.
Oh.
I mean, it was the next week. So it's not like there was another break. Like previously, there was a month in between. Like
But
this
there was-
episode's like, nope.
There was a month in between this episode and the last one.
Right. But not,
Right.
it's just
Not
next
the coming
week for them.
Yeah.
coming up. Wow.
So,
They're like, we got all the best of us in this episode. We have nothing else to. We don't know where to go from here.
Yeah.
so we got a World of Anime, Ken?
Yeah. This is a big one.
Big
Because
one.
this episode we watched just aired on October 22nd, 1997. October 27th, 1997, Akira Toriyama himself puts out Koa, which is the third work he did during the airing of Dragon Ball GT. The first one being Alien Peke, second one being the Bubble Village, and then the third one being this Koa one. And I don't remember if Koa was the one that Bubble Village leads to a more realized version of itself in Koa. Like Koa is the more realized version of that. Or if that's not. So I didn't read this one or even look at it because this one is available. So maybe we'll review it someday. So I didn't want to kind of go into that yet. So look forward to
fair.
that at some point. Maybe we'll go over like the different works of Toriyama and that being one of them. And then just to generalize October 1997, because I couldn't find a hard date for this, Trigun Maximum begins.
Ooh.
The previous series ended December 26th, 1996. So while GT was on, it ended, and then it came back in October 97. And the anime would begin, of course, the Trigun anime begins in 98 after Bebop.
Yeah.
So
Wow, man.
Yeah.
So much stuff that it's just kind of like, well, for us, we're like modern anime. Like, no, it was the late 90s.
Nobuo Uematsu.
I regret to inform you guys that we only have one World of Anime segment remaining.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I'm so sad
So-
that it's going to go. I mean,
Yeah.
it's going to be the end of the series. So I
Right,
don't
yeah.
know when we put more World of Anime. But
Could be
Nothing
like
else happens in anime after
8
that.
iconic anime came out during the last 4 episodes of GT. Yeah.
You
That'd
can
be
end
wild.
GT. I think we're done. We got other stuff to come along.
Sorry, guys. Naruto doesn't start till 99.
yeah,
Damn.
sorry, guys. But that's going to cover it for that. And next time we're going to be covering the last 4 episodes of GT, guys. We've made it 61 to 64.
Fuck yeah.
The end is in sight, but we're going to take a quick break. The episode's not over. We still got more good stuff for you. We're going to hear what you guys had to say about these episodes and Doug's favorite, trivia. So stick around.
Trivia.
We'll be right back. And we're back with more. We got a podcast, and this time we're going to hear what you guys had to say about this chunk of episodes. Ken always is taking care of things over on the X side of things, putting out.
Detective X side of things. Thank you.
Hey, got him.
He doesn't like it when I don't say Twitter. All right. So put out asking your thoughts on episodes 57 to 60.
No one does.
It's true. Ken, do you want to take this one from Jason?
Yeah, Jason says, Goku and Vegeta getting ready to accomplish absolutely nothing with a late-stage fusion. And then he posts that picture, everyone has seen it, of the fan art of Goku and Vegeta walking away from the camera, fist-bumping each other. And it's
Yeah. I think it's recently come out who the actual artist of that was and like how she or he never got recognition for it.
yeah, I think so, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic image. You guys
Yeah.
know when you see it.
Yeah, people getting it as like tattoos and all sorts of stuff. It's one of the
Yeah,
most
that feels
iconic
kinda
pieces
weird.
of fan art
Yeah.
past decade. And
But yeah,
so than-
what Jason wrote is very like explained. It really describes the episode really well.
But they do accomplish something. They got rid of the negative energy.
All according to Keikaku.
Yeah. Keikaku means plan.
Of course. Parker says, it's almost over. Personally, I really liked this batch of episodes. The one-star dragon isn't my favorite evil dragon, but his fights were always really cool. Oh, and seeing Vegeta and later Gogeta is always great.
What
I
is
would
your
totally
favorite
agree.
dragon?
Yeah,
The
Parker.
mole?
Why? Why are you holding out? You got to tell us who your real favorite is.
I'm going to lose sleep over this. Which one's the dragon? The red or the blue one? It can't be.
Is it the mole one?
It's a
Can't be
one
the mole.
with the lady with the feet.
Oh, the lady with the feet.
It's got to be
nothing
the lady
wrong.
with the feet.
She's a goddess. You know what? That's what Parker meant, and I'm with Parker. Team Parker on that one.
Team Parker.
Cage writes in and says, I've written into almost every episode of this retrospective and have somehow avoided talking about Super Saiyan 4. So in this penultimate episode, I think it's only fitting to finally talk about how Yixing Long is the lamest antagonist ever. He has no discernible personality whatsoever. I couldn't even really tell you what his goal is other than to be evil. Really, only thing he has going for him is a kind of cool design. He might even be the most boring antagonist in the entire series. What a disaster.
Wow. I agree, but I want to see him and Jiren go up against the battle of boringness.
On paper, he's boring, but in execution, he's got the Riz. I don't know what to tell you.
The opposite of good idea,
he shouldn't
bad
have told
execution.
us that, Randy.
Bad idea, good execution. I do not think he has anything as boring remotely close to Jiren. Jiren is like the worst.
I guess because Jiren doesn't even talk, so he's even more nothing.
Right. Jiren was designed to be nothing. He has a nothing look to him. He does nothing. He says nothing. Yeah, Jiren sucks.
I still gotta get his SH figure arts.
Yeah, I've got it right. But that's besides the point.
I hate this guy, but I own little plastic idols of him.
Yeah.
Dude, I cannot wait until they get a Super Saiyan 4 SH figure arts, man. Gogeta Super Saiyan 4. That's gonna be so badass. It better come with a fucking aura effect for him.
Just sprinkle glitter around him constantly.
You can. That'd be great.
Aura, I don't care about. Doug, the thing he must come with, bar none, is he must come with pointing fingers for Goku and Vegeta. So that you can pose them in a fusion pose.
They have to. Yeah. That's
synergy.
Totally.
No.
I thought you were going to say like the poppers. Like you can have poppers.
I'll take that too.
Yeah.
What they need to do is make a figure of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta where you just press a button on him and he just kicks really fast.
Oh my god.
Striking action Gogeta.
That is exactly what it looks like though. Exactly. It's so bad. Dude, if they do give the SH figure arts poppers, I will have to buy 4 of him. Just I have to make that
Was it 4 to 5? Yeah.
Whatever it is, I'll buy 3 just to be compromised. It's not by many.
You could get a house with that.
I need a gaggle of Gogetas doing the popper thing if they release that with the figure arts.
Just like me, I'm gonna get all these, Ava model kits, and then I'm gonna get the mass production Ava, but I'm just gonna have, 9 of those things. Like, here we go.
And then buy another 9 and battle damage them in the ways that they were damaged in the show.
Yeah.
Anyway, getting off of that Ava train, we've got from some dude named Mike, Vegeta EX, some lamer, says, because I don't know when I'll get around to telling this story on my own podcast. Also, you don't actually have to share this. I'm gonna. My first fan sub order, all on my own, in June 1998 was Trunks and the Bardock TV specials, Z Movies 11 and 12, and Raw no subs, GT 59, 61 to 64. Yes, 60 was missing. Occasionally, the main sources of recording episodes in Japan would miss a week due to whatever problems. Episodes like GT 60 and Z 250 were examples of this that couldn't be found on tapes for a long time. It took me a couple of years before someone finally dug up 60, and I got to see it. So, for the longest time, my viewing of 60 was as a preview in 59 and a recap in 61. It was exciting to finally see it, and Gogeta, but the recap/preview do kind of just show everything anyway, so it was a little anticlimactic. Anyway, 59 and 60 rule.
That's hilarious. You probably are covered with just the next episode and previous episode with these episodes. Oh my God.
Would love to find a person who's never experienced Dragon Ball and be like, okay, we're going to sit down and we're going to watch next episode previews and last times and not watch any of the actual show. And I want you to tell me how much of the story you really like.
GT a lot more. I think we should have done that instead.
That's GT Kai right there.
I'm so upset that we started doing this a little too early before Seed of Might released their copy of GT that looks really nice.
It's going to come out the day after we put out the next episode for sure.
Because I'm never watching GT again on my own free will ever again. So this is my last shot unless someone goes in and replaces the music this god awful music that we've had to listen to for 64 episodes. If they change it to even Kuki, I can't say his name. Kukichi. Kikuchi. I'm getting hungry. I'm gonna If they replace it with that kind of music or anything done well, I will watch it again. But besides that, I'm not watching this ever in my lifetime.
Yeah.
Wow. It's damning.
First time I watched it 10 years ago, I'm like, yeah, that wasn't great. This does suck. Now I'm like, I'm going to give it a chance. I was young and impressionable. How about now that I have a clear mind? This is worse than I remember it.
There are definitely strings of episodes that I could see myself watching and watching and watching and watching and watching.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much the whole like tail end of the baby stuff I'll watch.
Really? No, put a bullet in my head.
That Goten episode where he fights Baby
In-game.
Come on.
Yeah, man. Baby versus Goten.
I will just watch AMVs to GT, and that's it.
So
Anyway.
Doug, we've got this final tweet.
Yeah. It's all on you.
Sponge at Just Runge says, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is cool looking, but doesn't stay around long enough to make an impact. In the show, at least. The fandom in video games would have you think otherwise. Also, while it is somewhat played silly, Goku stopping the 4-star ball from being absorbed again. A nice touch. Yep. Like I said, I do love that end. Like the little smirk Goku gives after he grabs it. This is the 4-star ball. You're not taking this from me. And then like the smirk. It's beautiful.
Yeah, Goku being sentimental is not something you really associate with his character.
Yeah.
But here it works. Because it's something from
his...
It's a piece of his childhood.
Yeah, you do.
That's, like,
you see that sentimental... Exactly, the sentimental side of him when he was a kid for this ball.
Right.
And just so many episodes through Z of really not seeing that aspect of him. And then here, capping it off, that he'd never let that go. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's true. The video games really do kind of sell you on Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta.
Yeah.
You know, this when we were talking about the Big Bang Kamehameha, I literally have a YouTube video open right now from Budokai 3 of his special move thing where he charges in, teleports behind them, he says, "I'm right here." And they turn around, they start punching him, does nothing, kicks them away, Big Bang Kamehameha, and it looks incredible.
Yes.
Just blasting them to oblivion. Like, yeah, man.
Did you rewatch what we just watched? What I told you, it doesn't look like just a fan in the actual anime.
Oh no, yeah, it does. That's the one bad thing I dislike. So I'm just like, that's just the one animator. They didn't know what they're doing. It actually looks like this. So I replace it in my brain and my eyes.
Me too. Everyone does.
Yeah, that's how we do it. Oh, so thank you everybody for sending all that in. Really great to hear. Stick around because we've only got one more episode of this stuff. Can't wait for you can't wait to hear what you guys have to say.
I'm sure you can't wait for us to be over with it too.
You know, I was thinking about this. Our episodes of the Ava podcast and our GT episodes are ending at the same time. And it was not planned out that way. It just is happening that way. So really, we're going to be empty husks of ourselves once this is all done. We're going to be like, there was Dragon Ball and Z. There's something we could talk about that. I don't know. It's going to be weird.
It's just going to be me asking you guys, what's the homework for this week? It's like, there's no homework, Doug.
Yeah,
show
man.
up. What?
We had 8, 9, 10 months of homework, and I was like, "Nah, man, smooth sailing from here."
Randy and I have a lot of homework before we can start giving you homework.
Yeah,
again.
like
we have to lead in about 10 volumes ourselves, and then we can start assigning you homework again.
And I haven't read that stuff more than once. It was a cursory read, and then it's going to be interesting. All right, guys, we got trivia again from Trivia Deity Zenpai. So gird your loins.
Let's go,
coming
Zenpai.
at you. If you're tuning in for the first time randomly, that's weird. But also, thanks for stopping by. Trivia, you know how it works. They're going to answer a question. They're going to get a point. Although, switched it up for the person who makes the trivia. If they stump them, Zenpai gets 2 points. But if Zenpai brings up something we already talked about in the episode, he loses a point. So, strap in. Here we go. Question 1. What's the license plate of the car the Dragon Gang drives in the eye catch? You've seen it so many times.
Dude, does the copy that we watched, Randy, does it skip for you every single time?
Yeah, it does.
The music. Is that why?
I don't know if it's supposed to or not, but...
Like... You don't get that, Randy? You think that's normal to you?
Yeah.
You're checked.
I don't know if it's normal or not. Is it just XOXO?
It's not.
No. I don't know. That's what they do in Yakuza.
It's not hugs and kisses. Sorry.
Is it 4236?
Ooh, so you're close in that yours has more numbers and stuff. It is West.
So not anywhere close.
M6610.
Oh, okay.
What does that mean?
He doesn't have a note, so unknown.
It's not really trivia then. That's just know your numbers.
Okay, Doug, what's trivia then? What is trivia?
Trivias are fun facts. It's not a fun fact. That's just a fact.
Yeah,
Jack.
Jeopardy full.
Next question.
Next question. The one-star dragon shares a voice actor, Shibata Hidekatsu, with a Naruto character that was very prominent early on. Which one?
Get fucked, senpai! I got you. I can't believe both of y'all were like, I don't know what you're talking about, Doug. I just happened to throw that fact out there.
So yes, Sarutobi Hiruzen, aka the Third Hokage. He is also the same voice actor of Monkey D. Dragon from One Piece, King Bradley from Full Metal Alchemist, and Igneel in Fairy Tail.
Oh, he's
So-
dragon.
I could not unhear it.
Yeah.
I could not unhear it when I was watching this guy. Because this is my first time seeing GT at this point subtitled
Oh, yeah.
Japanese. I've only just seen
Wow.
GT dubbed.
Ah. Well, good ear, Doug. Fantastic. High five to you. And 1 point from Senpai. So, next question. What time did the clock show before the one-star dragon threw it at Goku?
This fucking clock.
Isn't it like 8:10 or something?
Incorrect. Doug, what's yours?
7:30.
It says 11 o'clock. Presumably AM, because it's still bright outside. But 11.
11. Hey, the dark energy can make it any time of day outside.
Yeah,
It's true. So 2 points to Senpai. He stumped you both. Also, he got 2 points for the license plate thing. While demonstrating his new power after having absorbed all the other Dragon Balls, the one-star dragon failed to use one of the other dragons' powers. Which one was it?
That seems like a Ken.
Oh, yeah, he
thing
didn't
that
use
you look out
anything from
for.
Liang Xinglong.
What's
What
that number?
What color is that?
2-star dragon, guys.
It is the
I said
two-star
it.
dragon.
Randy and I are like, we're
Chinese.
like which one is that one?
It's two-star.
No, but yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know numbers. Give me
The green one.
Horny, the green
with the
horny
poison.
guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Haze Shenron. Haze, sorry, of course. And finally, last question. As of episode 59, how many times did Goku use the Dragon Fist throughout GT?
He
Oh
has
my
used
God.
it 3 times.
So many times.
Ken's got it. Can you name all 3?
He uses it against 17, then he uses it against San, and then he uses it against Yi.
Wow, good job.
I'd confirm. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Confirmed.
And then he also uses it in movie 13, but he was only asking about GT.
That's correct. So, good job. Ken is so proud of himself. He's got his
Hey,
little
don't
figure.
forget about the one in Dragon Ball, but except it's Suzaru, so it's same but different.
Right. Proto Ryuken. It's Saruken. That's what I'm going to call it. Oh, man. Well, that's it. That's the end of this episode. Thank you guys for coming. Thanks for listening. And we love interacting with you, keeping you in the conversation, talking about our favorite franchise in the world. You can post at us on our socials at We Got a Pod. You can also shoot us an email over at wegottapod@gmail.com.
Thank you to Rifti Beats for letting us use his track, Kakarot theme hip hop trap remix. You can find that track and other great music by Rifti on his SoundCloud. Ken, where can the good people find you?
You can find me at Detective X on Twitter. I haven't deleted it yet, so just find me there. I'm also on Blue Sky. I'm trying to post more on Blue Sky, like the actual stuff I'm doing day to day or thinking about. And then Twitter is just where I'll continue to post art, but I really nothing much personal getting posted there anymore. Randy?
All right, Ken's still in denial, so Randy, where can they find you?
You can find me at Saber_Breaker and all the places, but I'm mostly on Threads. So if you're on Threads, hit me up there. That'd be cool to
All
make
right.
me for Threads friends.
You can
Doug?
find me on Twitter and Twitcher at Jabaz
Yeah.
There you go.
Twitter.
Thanks, everyone, for listening. Of course, we have a AVO podcast as well that we've been talking about. We just finished up talking about Evangelion 3.0, 3.33, 3.333, and that you won't believe this, we got Doug to understand the movie. So
Yeah, as much as you can say, yeah.
it's a 2-hour podcast, but it's so fun as Randy and I pick it apart, and Doug constantly, the whole video is going like,
with my hand.
What?
What is happening? What does that mean?
Yeah, and just blowing his mind constantly throughout the whole thing. It's great. It's
fantastic.
Yeah, I just edited it together today as before recording this, and it's a real fun listen. You should definitely.
I literally
check it out.
watched it again after we were done recording, so I could like go in with all this knowledge, and I enjoyed it a lot more that time. I wouldn't say enjoyed it. I understood it a lot more the second time around,
Yeah.
and enjoyed it a little more.
Not understanding it wasn't getting in your way.
Exactly.
Again, we're on Blue Sky. Just wegotapod.bisky.social. Make sure you subscribe, like, rate it, tell your friends, speak its praises at the club, as we talked about last time. Just let everyone know you're one of your favorite Dragon Ball podcasts. Randy and I sometimes appear on another one, so I don't want to throw shade elsewhere.
Right. We don't want to burn bridges here.
I would say our sister show, Kanzenshuu the podcast. I don't want to throw anything there. So check us out everywhere and tell your friends, guys. And as always, we'll catch you matinator.
Bye.